Over the last year, I've worked as fractional CFO. In working as a fractional CFO, I have 3 tips for you that I really wish I had when I first got started. The first thing is have an airtight SOW. An SOW is a statement of work saying, okay, these are my roles, this is my responsibility, this is what I'm in charge of, this is how much this is how much time I'm going to invest here, these are how many calls we're going to have, that sort of thing. So having an airtight SOW can prevent you from being involved in things that you didn't sign up for or things that weren't part of the deal. Working as a fractional CFO this year, I was only responsible for the accounting team, overseeing the financial processes, as well as getting them quarterly reports. From there, I got dragged into doing ERP re-implementation because the ERP wasn't implemented properly in the first place. I also got dragged into inventory count. I also then started to work on SOPs outside of accounting. There was purchase order team that wasn't functioning properly. I created SOPs for them. Account receivable that had no traceability. I created SOPs for them. And then also account payable also needed some revamping. So I created SOPs for them as well. So having an airtight SOW will help you and prevent you from burning out. That's my number 1 tip. The second thing is, don't be involved in the operation side. A CFO is a strategist, not an operation manager. The problem is when companies lack structure, you have to work on the operations. And so I found myself very involved in operations, helping fix things, helping refine situations, whereas if I was able to focus on just the CFO role, I would have been much better off. The last pitfall is implementing scalable solutions. What's a scalable solution? Okay, if, for example, you're doing manual AP/AR, you're manually fixing everything, and it's not automated, the more invoices you have, the more invoices that you need to pay, the more invoices you need to get paid on, the harder it's going to be. So looking at something like Bill or some of the other platforms that are out there, those are going to be important. Having something like payroll processor, that's going to be important. You get to avoid fees. Everyone thinks about, okay, this dollar is coming out of my pocket. No one cares about the dollar that you save, but the dollar that you save are really what's going to help make or break your business. Because if you're constantly paying for penalties because payroll wasn't done properly or this wasn't filed on time, that's going to cost you more in the long run. So having a scalable system, having the right ERP system, if you're over $1 million, you don't continue to use QuickBooks. That just doesn't work for you. If you're, for example, a warehouse, you need an ERP with inventory, with everything that's going to flow end to end and flow properly. So these are the things that I would advise that people really need to focus in on. And some of this is, for the CFO to help. And other things is just common sense business operations. But as a fractional CFO, you have to pick your battles. You have to learn when to get involved. Have an airtight SOW, first and foremost. Be a strategist. Don't be an operations manager. And build scalable systems. If you need help with your finances, if you need help with your business, please reach out. Xander CPA.